Howdy do there, friends. Welcome back to another video. So, I'm thinking about the GOP and how we need to completely do away with them somehow. Zero senators. Actually, it was zero senators and members of the House. Zero Republicans across the board didn't vote for Joe Biden's COVID relief bill, which has passed, and obviously, the stimmies are on the way. People are already receiving deposits one day after. They were receiving them yesterday, in fact. So it's mind-boggling, right? You reason honestly, and so do I. 60% of the GOP's voting base supports Joe Biden's stimulus package. They agree that Americans need relief. A lot of Americans are out of work. There's like child poverty. There's starvation, food insecurity. It's starvation. People can't pay the rent. They can't pay the bills. They can't find a job, etc., etc. The list of nightmares goes on and on. So this says to me, 6 out of 10 GOP voters still think and reason honestly when they need to. I'm saying that's a good thing. I'm actually relieved that 6 out of 10 Republicans, Trump supporters, Trump voters, are saying we dissent with our own Congress people who didn't vote for it. None of them voted for it. And we believe Americans should get relief. It's such a disconnect that we can't let it go. I can't let this go. It has to be dissected. It has to be zoomed in on. If you are a right winger, or if you know someone who's a right winger, drill down on this conversation. Drill down on the disconnect between the voting base and their people who they voted in office. There is a huge, gargantuan moat between the voting base and the people they put in Congress, okay? It can't be more stark. It cannot be more clear. If 6 out of 10 Republicans, 6 out of 10 Republican voters support Biden's bill, and not one of them in Congress did, I mean, take that one to the bank, guys. That is a surefire way to at least build a wedge inside of a right-winger's mind, where they have to think about that. It's too stark of a contrast for anybody, even for the most biased person, to not look at that and say, something is wrong here. Something is desperately wrong here, okay? And they could be the 4 out of 10 who don't support it, but still, there's a good chance that they might not be. So I'm encouraging this conversation because there's not many conversations we could have anymore with the right. They lost their minds for the most part. They follow Trump. They don't follow, democratic principles. They follow, fake news, and, they don't care about objectivity anymore. There are really other stark disconnects to, get upset about. But this has to say something to the most unreasonable person, that not even one GOP congressperson thinks that the working class is worthy of relief in times of a crisis. Remember, the context here is a crisis. We should be a little bit more, willing to accept a government help in a crisis, more than any other time, right? Hurricanes, tornado, you lose a job, a pandemic, it's like, it makes sense. So I'm just trying to take it as hope that there's hope with reasoning with a lot of these people, that they can reason honestly when it comes down to it. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to see the glass half full here. And I see a worthwhile argument worth fighting for if we have right wingers in our family or our friends or our coworkers, because it makes you think. It's got to make them think. The disconnect is so deep between the voting base and Congress on this one. It just has to stir something up, like some awareness, like, whoa, these people aren't on my side. Whoa, these people don't want to help me in a crisis. Like, there's so many valid arguments here. So don't lose this equity when it comes to discourse. So I just want to throw that out there at you guys. All right, I'm going to go for my walk. Time for some exercise. I hope you guys had a lovely weekend. I'll be making more videos this week. I will talk to you soon.